And welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. And Tony B, where are we going to tonight, baby?
Denver, Colorado, baby.
Let's go, baby. We're going to head down to 5280 Sports Bar and we're going to meet up with our girl, Krista Maestas, President of TBH Denver. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Good,
Going.
Krista. Hey, Krista, you're the president of TBH Denver. Give us a
That's
little
right.
background about TBH Denver and what you guys are all about.
So, TBH Denver, we started breaking off of a little bit bigger club over here, which is kind of where we wanted to go with TBH. It was actually led by two other men, were one of my predecessors earlier. I've been doing this for about 5 years, but TBH Denver has been established here for about 7 years. So it was just a form of, like me stepping up, them asking, new leadership with the club. They asked if I'd be interested in doing it. Personal reasons, they had to step away. So yeah, here I am 5 years later, still running TBH Denver chapter. I'm very happy. Very, very
Yes,
happy.
awesome. That's awesome, man. And you've been doing an absolutely fabulous job, guys. We ride up there I've been riding up there for the last 5, 6 years, and I'm telling you guys to have a hell of a party. You guys do a great time, and it's always
Thank
a
you.
good time up there with TBH Denver, guys. Hey, Krista, what upcoming bets you guys got coming on right now?
So we always got a lot of stuff going on and off season. We try to keep everybody, excited, pumped up for upcoming season. So anytime we go out to the community, do any kind of community events that happen here in Denver, stock show, we just did, powwow is coming up. We always put it out there for anybody like, hey, we're going as a club. Anybody wants to meet up or join, you're more than welcome to. So it's not that, a lot of people can't, some people can, some people go that we've never even seen before. They're like, hey, we seen your post on your Facebook page, hey, we want to represent, and here we are. And it's just kind of walking around, just kind of socializing with everybody. So the next thing we got coming up is the March 16th, which is the powwow. We'll be putting it out there that we'll be joining that little show, and that's like an entire weekend type of thing that happens here
Oh,
in
that's
Denver.
okay.
So we'll be going there, and then we'll be doing we always do an Easter egg hunt, which is an annual Easter egg hunt that we have for the kids. We throw it out there. 5280 is a major sponsor of that. They actually put cash in the eggs, and it's pretty cool. They do face painting and things like that. So yeah, we have a pretty good time doing that. That is actually our next major event that we'll be advertising. Is going to
Okay.
be that.
So,
Um,
hey, so you got the March thing, right?
yep.
So that's gonna be, hey guys, or I think the Easter egg hunt is either in April or March.
Yep.
Yeah.
April 16th is going to be our day for that.
All
April
right,
6th. I'm
April
sorry.
16th. All right,
April
April
6th.
6th. I
Yeah.
got you. Hey guys, so April 6th in Denver, y'all know. Hit up Krista, hit up TBH Denver, go out there, get some eggies, find you some money, take the kids, be a part of the community, y'all. That's what it's
Yep, there'll
about.
be free food for everybody. So we always try to do that at our events, no matter what. Everybody gets fed for free. So
That's awesome. That's
Nice.
great to hear. And you guys also have a great summer barbecue party. I don't know
yep.
if you have the info on that. You got the info on that yet?
So yeah, that'll actually happen. We try to do that the weekend after the July 4th events. Give people time to travel. They do all their thing, weather pending, at that time, but it'll be towards the middle or end of July. So that's the
Okay.
seventh annual. People come in from all over for that too. We're pretty popular for that. So yeah, we're gonna keep going with
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That happens
Yeah,
every
that
year.
sounds like a good time, huh,
Hmm.
Tony B?
You already know.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
always down for a good barbecue. You already.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
All right, guys. Hey, so Krista, what's your guys' club goals for this upcoming year? What is have you guys proposed yourselves to say, hey, we want to really be a part of this, or hey, we want to grow, or et cetera, et cetera?
So all the time, we always have that. We want to get bigger and better every year. Try to do things like that. One of our biggest, and obviously, you were here for that too, is when the Raiders come in town. That type of thing. Being a Denver club, being a rivalry type of city, we really try to enhance that. That happens pretty big, and we try to get bigger and better with that every year. We have a blackout party that happens the Saturday before the game, and then during the game we have a big tailgate party, like it used to be out in Oakland. How TBH does it out there. We got tents, we got a bar, we got a DJ. We try to get people in town, and we've got people from all over the world come and visit our tailgate party. It's pretty announced. We do food, we do free beer, and people don't usually have to pay when you come in and you celebrate with us for that. We have super fans come in all the time. We got previous players for autograph sessions that come in all the time. So yeah, that's our next thing, is trying to get these previous players, or try to get them going. We try to meet the team up at their hotel that they stay in, so that they can get autographs there too. So we represent pretty big that weekend. So we're
That's
looking forward to get that schedule out.
That sounds like a great time. I mean, like, guys, I've been part of that. It is they have a great party, the Blackout before. They have a great tailgate. She's absolutely right, man. I mean, like, the environment in that small corner is cool. I'll be like, hey, man, it feels like you back home. Everybody is always just celebrating, having a good time, you know, passing around beers, passing around shots. I'll be like, hey, you guys got a DJ, you guys got music. I mean, I've seen the rappers come in, I've seen the
Yep,
super fans come in. I'll
yep,
be like, shoot, we were with Amanda last time, who is a Black Widow, and she was walking around, and I'll be like, you guys had Hollywood was out there. I think
yep,
we saw a couple other guys out there as well. So it's always a good time, guys. Make sure that you guys always take the opportunity to come to Denver, be a part of that tailgate and part of that experience, because it's a great experience to have. Now, in your experience growing a club outside of Denver, how has that been? How has your experience, or outside of our home cities, okay? Oakland, Las Vegas, Los Angeles. We kind of own the West Coast. We're in the
yep.
Midwest, we're in Broncos country. How has your experience been, Krista?
It's not the easiest, and I get it out there for upcoming clubs or a little bit smaller cities. It's not easy, and the biggest challenge of that is getting a bar or a sports bar that is willing to put all their TVs on the Raider game. I want full audio. We don't want any kind of disrupt, especially if you're trying to watch a Raiders game and a Denver's game at the same time. People start getting crazy, and we don't need any kind of trouble that happens, and that's the biggest challenge, is finding a location that's going to house the 50 to 100 people that we bring in every Sunday to
Oh,
watch the game. So
that's
yeah, that's
great.
that's by far the biggest challenge.
I
hmm
see, I see.
so
Hey, Tony, you had the same experience up there?
I did have a little bit being up in Washington, where Seattle Seahawks are the fan, the team. But I'll tell you what, we had luckily we had an establishment who is a Raider fan, who happened to be able to dedicate the audio. But the one thing that we do is we have the Primo TVs all on the Raider games, and then we have some secondary TVs that we put on like the other games, because like she does have other teams that come in. There's a Vikings fan comes in, always watches the Vikings game. But what's funny is there's not that many Seahawks fans that come in to watch the Seahawks games, because as soon as they walk in and they go, hold on a second, there's a lot of silver and black in here. I think we're gonna go down the street.
yeah,
Like, I mean,
Yeah,
we're not, and it's not that we're trying, we're not trying to be, we're there and we're very vocal. We get loud. The one thing that I do too is I make sure I always go around to all the families that bring in kids and let them know, like, hey, heads up, there's about to be some language. I know it's a family friendly event, but there's going to be some language. And they're like,
yeah.
oh, no, we get it. We get it. I'm like, well, I'm just putting it out there. I say it one time a week. I was like, put it out there so I don't feel so bad. But it's not, it, it wasn't as bad as you would think. If we were on the western side of the state, closer to Seattle, I could see it being a little more difficult.
yeah.
But we'll be okay. I do have one question though, for her. if you don't mind me asking. I asked this to a lot of the president. How is it being a female chapter president in a lot of times when you go to these events? Because do you get the respect you deserve? Because I believe you should. And I just was checking. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, because we have very few in a lot of booster clubs. You don't see a lot of clubs, TBH or outside TBH, with female presidents. So, have
That's
you
right.
ever ran into any issues with that?
No, no, not from, definitely no issues. I've been doing this 5 years now. I was the second female president for TBH. I know that we have about four or five now, which is great. But yeah, nothing but due respect. I'm kind of always up there on the stage and, not afraid to talk to people and introduce myself all the time. I get a lot of, wow, you're the president? That kind of thing. That happens a lot, but nobody's ever disrespected. And I think it's because of the people that we involve ourselves with, you know what I mean? So the Raider fans that always come and watch it, they enjoy themselves so much. They absolutely dump tons of respect on me and what we do for their family and everybody's family and just for the Raider fans in general. Just to have somewhere to watch the games, no problems, and we could just enjoy the game as a one Nation Raider Nation,
You already
trying to get
know,
everything going. Yeah, they have definitely showed me tons of respect, and you know what? If anybody's ever disrespected me, they already know. There's no tolerance for that. I got my boys. If not, myself. I'm not afraid to
right?
step up. So, no, there's none of that. None of that
Good,
comes this way.
good.
But yeah,
No,
thank God. I bless God that I'm blessed that I've definitely been able to
absolutely.
get this far. So. Mhm.
Yo, and Tony, she ain't lying, man. I mean, like, you know what, bro? Like I said, I've been to plenty of her events. You know, everybody knows her. Everybody knows the way she moves. It's just like, she gives out respect. She gets respect, and it's just great because you know what? You can tell when she's running her events, the things that she's doing. There's people, a lot of people behind the scenes, and she always acknowledges her people. You see her team up there. You see her support staff. She got about 7 or 8 key members out there that you know y- that's her depends, man, and
Nice.
they freaking come through, bro. Those guys are there, and they are always with her. So hey, she's absolutely correct. And you know what? Much respect to you, Krista, because shoot, I see what you do, girl, and you definitely moving good out there.
No, thank
So
you. I do appreciate that. Thanks, Will.
no doubt. Um, so, what's your biggest accomplishment? You feel like as a president or as a club or, just in general, what's your biggest accomplishment?
Right now is, withstanding that whole, like Tony was saying, being a female president out here, and then having the tons of respect that I get. That for me is a personal accomplishment. And then just being able to we get bigger, bigger, bigger every year. And just that alone, that these Raider fans can come to our watch parties and feel safe. It's family oriented. The kids are running around. Everybody's having a good time. And at the end of the day, that's all I want. So I mean, at the end of every watch party, I feel proud, I feel accomplished. No, on to the next week, things like that. So, that's my biggest accomplishment. I'm really glad I'm able to do that for the fans out here, and there's a lot that they know they have somewhere to go. There's no question. We put it out there on social media all the time. You know where to go. So we get new faces every year, and seeing that actually, yeah, that makes me pretty happy. So.
Well, and Denver's getting a lot of transplants, man. I mean, like
Mm-hmm.
Denver is getting a lot of people from the West Coast. So I'm sure that you guys are just, hey, man, we're here. And as soon as you say we're here, they're like, okay, man, hey, I heard this is the bar to come to, which is great. I'm glad that you guys are able to have that type of presence in that town because I know that, for a fact how divided that town is, even amongst Raider fans and stuff like that. But I always see you guys getting bigger, getting stronger, you know, always having those close family ties in between your guys' clubs. So, hey, that's what's up, girl. Keep doing what you're doing.
No,
Uh,
thank you.
Mhm.
so, let me ask you this next question. Why the black hole?
So, so black hole. Well, the black hole. I grew up knowing the black hole. I mean, even just I think even before I was 21, if we'd go to Oakland and just check it out over there, and it was always the black hole was always the biggest thing. I mean, you've seen Gorilla Rilla in the end zone, growing up. You see our banners out there, and it's just, man, you want to be a part of something bigger and better than just where you're at. And the black hole is kind of where I got that from. It's like I do want to be a part of this, highly generative, club that has been established for so many years. How do I be a part of that? And it's always been, something. So when we opened the chapter here in Denver,
Yeah.
right away, I'm like, oh man, they got a chapter. Oh, I'm getting on that club for sure right away. And so that's what I did. And it was just that, just TBH is very worldwide known, and you couldn't get into a much better club. I know, Rob and, Cisco when it first started, and, even the new guys that are coming on, personal friends of mine. So, I couldn't want any better, and I'm blessed to hold up one of their chapters right now. So, yeah,
Uh,
TBH for
that's
life.
awesome. Yes,
Hmm.
ma'am. Let's get it. Yo, Tony, has she signed your flag yet?
Not yet. I'm working on some.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
so we have
I
this
have a.
flag. Go
What's
ahead.
up?
Hit it with it, Tony.
Oh, what I do is when I first started and signed up, I got a rally flag. I guess you could say it wasn't like a big normal size flag, but what I do is I take it around all the tailgates and I take it to Vegas when I go to Vegas, and I make sure I try to reach out and touch as many TBH presidents as I can, and I have them sign this flag, and I'm trying to get all the chapter presidents as much as I can. I'll even mail it to people if I have to, but
Hey, all right.
I'm gonna try to get it in person. And so this year I'm gonna have to hit up Denver and I'll make sure I swing through.
All right,
Hey,
man. I'll be waiting for you.
yeah, you
Right
heard
on.
that here first, man. I'm like, we can't wait. We can't wait to have you sign the flag. I mean, like, hey, you know how it is. It's a brother or sisterhood. It's a family. So we want everybody to be a part of the family. We want everybody to feel part of us because we are one. I'll be like, hey, if we look at it, we say we're the nation. Guess what? We're the foundation of the nation, and we're all linked together in one way or another because we're all Raiders fans, baby. So let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
And last and not least, what made you, Krista Maestas, into a Raiders fan, baby?
I get that question a lot considering I'm a native here in Denver.
Yeah,
So, everybody's like, what the hell? What are you doing being a Raiders fan? You're a native. So, as a kid growing up, I did spend I have a lot of time a lot of family and friends in California. And I go every summer out there with my cousins. They live in Sepulveda. And I would go every summer growing up. There are very, very big Raider fans out there.
yeah,
So, and then they know that my dad, which is his brother, that I went out there and stood with my uncle, they're huge Denver fans. So they'd always send me back home with tons of Raider stuff on, blah, blah, blah. And my dad would be like, take that off. What are you doing? I think they just did it just to kind of piss him off, that family rivalry thing.
yeah,
And then after a while, I was just like, no, I'm a Raiders fan. I want this stuff on. And then I was about 10 years old. So I think me just being defiant and one
yeah.
of the black sheep of my family, it just kind of stood. And ever since then, I just, been an avid fan. And then, of course, when you get older, you start following the players and having some respect for the team and the organization. And so since then, now I bleed silver and black. So, that's kind of how it was. That's kind of how it first started for me.
That's awesome. Salute to your uncle for doing the recruiting
Right?
job. Yay.
You did good.
That
You did
he
good.
did good. He did good. All right, guys. Hey, here's our last thing for tonight. Okay, we have an open format. Open floor means, hey, guys, do you guys have any events, anything going on that you guys want to bring up here lastly, so that way we can remind our listeners, our subscribers, everything like that? Krista, I'll start with you.
Well, the next biggest one we definitely have is our seventh annual barbecue. That's going to be coming up at the end of July, maybe towards the middle of July, hopefully. So yeah, start getting your plane tickets. We do discount hotels. All that stuff will be thrown out there. So hopefully we can get y'all coming up for that. And of course, when the Raiders come in Denver, make it worth it. We'll definitely make it worth your trip. You'll have a great time when you're out here and help us join that blackout party that we got going on for that weekend tailgate party. So
No,
those are my two coming
absolutely.
up.
Hey, question for you also. Where can we find the links to your club's information so that way we could stay in the loop with you guys?
Of course. So we're on Facebook. Uh, Denver chapter on Facebook. You can always find us there. Black Hole Denver chapter. We are on Instagram. Same thing. Black Hole Denver chapter on Instagram. We are on Snapchat. TBH Denver chapter. So if you want to find us on there, you'll be able to see a lot of live stuff happening there for all of our events. Um, so yeah, those three main social right there, social media is where you can find. We put everything there.
All
Everything.
right. And
Right.
guys, we'll be sharing that on our page. We'll be sharing that on our Instagram, on our Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube. You guys know everything. I mean, like we got it all. So we'll be sharing those information with you guys. And Tony B, you got anything for me, baby?
Oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank on the date? I want to say it's the 17th of
10th?
August. Titlow Park in Tacoma, Washington, will be the fourth annual Northwest Blackout, where we Northwest Blackout. Um,
Not Northeast,
right, not
Northwest blackout.
Northeast, Northwest, but it's being hosted by TBH Seattle, which we'll have on, but we share it, we rotate it. So instead of trying to battle against each other, since we have three within the little group of the Northwest, we rotate. So it goes Portland, Seattle, and then Spokane hosts, and then we rotate it around. And so it'll be at Titlow Park. Also on all our socials, we'll have the hotel information where you can get the group rate of hotel. We're trying to gather somewhere downtown Seattle, do some photo opportunities, and get like a photo shoot going the night before. Also, the night before, we'll be hitting up Emerald Downs, which is a horse racing track over in Auburn, Washington. So we'll be doing a little gathering there. And then I think after the barbecue, I think we're going to the viewing location, which is, gosh, I I'm drawing a blank. Tammy's in Tacoma, which is down by Emerald Queen Casino. So we'll have lots of things to be staying busy, lots of stuff to be doing, just having a great old time.
All right.
Hey man, you
Yep.
might see us there for that. We're looking for cheap plane tickets. We've already looked. So we got a couple of us definitely want to hit it up this year. I know it's
Heck yeah,
expensive,
Yo.
but
I'll tell you
Hey,
what.
we're hopefully
Krista.
gonna be able to
Let's
go.
go, Krista.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
The
Hey,
one thing I like about this event is now it's the first 3 or so years it was kind of, I want to say regional. I want to say like just a few of us from Spokane and some from Seattle and some from Portland. And then the next year was a little bit more from farther out, and then a little bit more from farther out. And this year seems like it's gonna be probably one of the better ones so far. And like Chris said earlier, we're trying to outdo each other every year, and it's not that we're trying to be disrespectful to the other chapters. It's we see what they do and then we try to beat them, and I hope they try to beat us because that's only going to make us stronger in competition. The same thing like on the Raiders, like your running backs are not going to be, you know, without that competition, and I have no one to play up against. So like you
yeah.
want to be able to have that competition. So it's a friendly competition. We try to outdo each other, and I think Seattle is really going to put on a great show this year.
But you
So
know what? That I'm gonna have to go with Krista and TBH Westco and Denver. I'm gonna have to just outmatch you guys, and you guys are gonna have to come up,
that
and
ain't
then we gonna have
happening.
to
That
start.
ain't
Hey,
happening.
the barbecues are just gonna have to start outmatching each
Right.
other.
Right. Oh, hey, and
What's
that's the
up,
thing is, it's game
Colorado?
on. Game
Colorado,
on.
stand up. We
You
got
already
Washington
know.
all day, baby. We can throw the
Right.
bows all day.
You already know.
All right, guys. Hey, well, hey, thank you guys for coming on. Much love, much respect to both of you. Hey, TBH Denver, TBH
Thank you.
Spokane, and TBH Westco down here on the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Guys, again, much love, much respect. I can't wait to have you guys back on the show. And I can't wait to be going live from you guys' barbecue and your guys' events. So let's get it.
You already
All
know.
right.
Let's go. Have
Oh,
a good
let's
one.
go.
And you guys already know it's only about one team, one nation. It's all about the Red